Some projects that we are looking at just now consist of some major hotel convention centres in China and in Indonesia, some stadium projects ongoing, all sorts of places in the world really, to be honest. We're based here from an Asia Pacific perspective, we're based here in Singapore, but we look after territories as far north as Japan and Korea, all the way down to New Zealand and everything in between. So it's a very varied landscape from our perspective. Some notable projects that we have delivered in the recent past here in Singapore would be Marina Bay Sands. A lot of Harman brands are represented in Marina Bay Sands across the convention centre and the hotel and the retail spaces there. Also here in Singapore, out at Universal Studios, we have a lot of JBL and Crown product at Universal Studios. Elsewhere in the region, we have a huge project just now with Disney in Shanghai, which we are partway through delivering. From a stadiums perspective, we have a lot of stadiums that we have either got a part or full Harman solution in Australia. There's a few of them circulating on the slideshow there. One of the more recent ones would be what is the largest combined IP, TV, control and audio network in Australia, a place called Randwick Racecourse in Sydney. It consists of over 1,000 JBL loudspeakers, several hundred IPTV channels, all run on a fibre backbone with Dante as their audio delivery medium. And various other stadiums in Australia also hold a reasonable amount of Harman product, from loudspeakers to amplifiers and DSP, like the Sydney Cricket Ground that was spoken about earlier today, the Melbourne Cricket Ground also spoken about today, and various other stadiums in Australia. We didn't actually deliver it. We have a specialist contractor, indeed, who are here as well actually, that actually delivered the project, but we provide what we call hand-holding and design assistance on that project. So we do acoustical design from a loudspeaker placement and coverage perspective. Then we do audio networking DSP design, so we get the audio to the amplifiers and then onwards to the loudspeakers. So that's typically what we help both consultants and in that instance the actual contractor deliver and get over the line. But from proposal to actually handover, it's probably 12 to 18 months worth of work, depending on that. On the project. So some stadium projects are what we call design and build or design and construct, where the contractor would be appointed by whoever owned the stadium or operated the stadium, and the contractor would design and construct a system to address their needs. As a manufacturer, we may be engaged by the contractor to pitch for that business and come up with our own design for the contractor to then basically base his design upon. That's one avenue. Another approach is where a consultant is engaged by the client, and the consultant would either hard specify some product and placement themselves, or produce a performance spec to which invited parties would tender something that matched that. The future, especially in stadiums, is one where it's more than just an audio system to deliver some communication to the people in the stadium. Years ago, that was the goal, and I think that's a very basic goal now. I think there's a much higher expectation that audio system would actually deliver an entertainment value to the patrons inside the stadium, and also be flexible enough to be used in other events, not necessarily a sports event taking place in the stadium. From a Harman perspective, we do projects in large concert facilities, but we don't supply what we would call a front of house PA for that system, because depending who the band or the performer were that particular event, they would typically bring their own front of house PA system. But permanently installed would be a lot of delay loudspeakers and distributed fills and things like that. And having quality audio in there saves the production company, the touring production company, bringing that equipment in with them, which adds extra cost to the promoter. So by designing smart venues with quality inbuilt audio systems, it saves a lot potentially in the costs associated with bringing any production into those. I think it's important for us to be seen to be engaging with the stadium and large facilities market, and that's something that Harman are doing more directly now. In the past we would have relied on a distributor to do a show like this, and now we are doing more of these type of events in our own right, and that will probably grow.